So are these three little letters, GMO, really dangerous? Well, let's break down the basics with our GMO 101 tutorial. As far as what are GMOs? Well, plants, just like human beings, have their own unique DNA code, their own unique set of genetic material that defines who they are, how they grow. But scientists can now actually alter that DNA makeup, the genetic makeup that determines how fast these plants grow, and other potential beneficial things to these plants. Like, you can make crops that are impervious to insecticides and pesticides and things of that nature. You can actually make crops that give off their own insecticide to prevent things like this. Basically, insects eating crops that you don't want them to. Now, here's the reality. This is all happening in the lab. It truly is amazing science. But what we don't always take into account is the great majority of food now that we eat in this country. The corn, most of it's genetically engineered. The soy is mostly genetically engineered. Sugar beets and canola. So what does this mean when you're eating dinner at night? Well, a lot of the food that you're eating, whether you believe it or not, is genetically engineered. And it's not just the actual foods, the corn. It's all the foods with corn in it, the cereal, all the foods with canola in it, cereal bars or other types of bars. Any food that has high fructose corn syrup in it, and even the animals eating genetically modified organisms, you're eating those as well. Now, what does this do to your body? What does it do to the cells in your body? What does it do to your DNA? What does it do? You know what? We don't really know. And I think that's what we want to talk about today, because we're all a little fearful, just because I don't think we really do know.
The intent is good because we know that millions of people in the world, if not billions, that aren't getting enough to eat. So if we can do those things to ensure that there's more crops growing, there's more food available, then it's a plus. But like you said, do we know the long-term effects of this?
You know, and that may be one of the reasons why, you know, things like food allergies are skyrocketing, and other, you know, there's, you know, autoimmune problems, asthma, allergies, all those things. Something's going wrong.
Developmental problems.
And whether it's this or whether it's something else, we don't know.
Food allergies in kids have doubled over the last decade.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, peanut allergies in kids have tripled in the last decade.